Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have another product of the week for you. And unfortunately, I also have another rant to start it off with. I wish that more companies I could just jump in and be like, "Oh, this is a good company and they just do amazing things and I love them," and that they would be that way and then we could just all live happily ever after. But unfortunately, that's not the way it works. So the reason I even bring up any issues at all with the companies is maybe these companies realize this, maybe they don't. But every time that I recommend a product and I'm like, "Oh, go buy from this company," if you guys go and buy from them and you have a bad experience, I hear about it. And I want to hear about it. So don't take this at all that I'm in any way blaming you guys. I want to hear this feedback. I don't want to be recommending companies if they are not sending out orders, if they are rude to their customers, if they are any of those things, then no, I don't want to be sending them business from people that trust me. I don't want you guys to have a hassle. I want you to be able to go out and spend your money and enjoy the stuff you're getting. That's how it should be. It's just ridiculous that I even have to go here, but the reason I bring it up is every single time that I have recommended something and then somebody has had an issue with that company, I typically hear about it. I shouldn't say every time because there's probably times that I didn't hear about it. And what it does is not only upset the people that follow me, but it also damages my credibility. It makes me look bad that I'm recommending, "Oh, go shop with this company," and then the people that trust me go shop there and then they have issues and now they're like, "Ooh, maybe I don't want to listen to everything Janine says now because she gave me bad advice this time." So I take it really seriously when companies aren't holding up their end. I am sending people your way, talking about things that I enjoy. I don't get paid to do this in any way. I'm not paid by any company that I work with. And I'm just telling you about stuff that I like. And it is so unfortunate to me how many times I've recommended things and then had people come back later and be like, "I had this issue with this company." Now, some companies I work with I think are just fucking top notch. I've never heard a complaint that I thought was maybe they handled that terribly or whatever. Hanvy has been incredible. They really try their best to make sure that everybody is 100% happy in their van. They really, really do go above and beyond. Tyler with Summit Sharpening, he's also somebody that I have seen go above and beyond to make sure that customers are happy. Jeremy from Hydra is another one. He's always gone above and beyond to make people happy. So those are companies that I can recommend to people and feel comfortable and confident that if people that follow me and watch my videos go and buy things from them, that they're going to have a good experience. And I take that very seriously because I have been in positions where I've been broke and not had extra money to spend on this stuff. And I think it's a slap in the face to people that are struggling for people to be promoting stuff just because they think, or the company tells them to say it's good or whatever. We're just going to be hush hush. We're not going to say anything about all the problems this company's having. No, I'm not going to do that. So if I am going to recommend your product and you're slacking on your end, your customer service sucks, you're, rude to people, whatever, you make up excuses, whatever it may be, I will still say maybe I like this, but this is what I think about how this company handles this. Maybe if somebody, me, I guess, speaks up and says, "These are legitimate problems that are having in the industry that everybody is seeing, but everybody else is just ignoring, I guess, for whatever benefit," then I guess I'll be the one to say it. So going ahead and getting into it, Jersey Pet Combs. I have personally had issues with their customer service, and I know a lot of you guys have had issues with their customer service, so let's just get that off the bat. So the thing that I personally had issues with, I've talked about it before, so I'm going to just breeze it over really quick. I bought a pair of Zelita thinners. They need an adjuster key to tighten and loosen the shears. That's something important that you need to be able to do to your shears to make sure they are cutting properly. They did not send out the adjuster key. When I emailed them trying to be like, "Hey, I didn't get an adjuster key. You must have forgot to send it, right?" You must have forgot, right? No. They literally emailed me back and they were like, "Well, we don't actually send those out, but I guess basically since you asked, we'll send you one. What address?" And they did send one to me, but I had to go to them and ask for it, and then they were just kind of like, attitude, like, you know, well, we don't usually do this, but I guess we will. Like, and this, by the way, these little adjuster keys, like I said, just mentioned, I've worked with Tyler from Gem, and I've also worked with Graham from Fresh Groom, and both of them have told me that those little adjuster keys are like, I think you can buy a bag of like 100 of them for like a couple bucks. Like, they are like a couple cents worth of product. Like, it's not expensive for them to include those. I don't know why they don't include them, because if you get your shears in the mail and they're too loose, you can't tighten them without that adjuster key. So why would you not send that out? It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I've seen people how deep do I want to go? I've seen people say that they've gotten blades that don't work. I had somebody tell me just the other day that they saw people that work with the company, Jersey Pet Zolita, that were commenting in grooming forums, being rude to people, whatever. I can't stand behind that. It's embarrassing to me when companies do stuff like that. And I'm over here promoting you. What do I look like? I didn't get paid to promote you. And then now I take the fall because I'm the one that typically ends up hearing about it, because some of these companies just flat out ignore you guys when you have problems. So that's why you bring it to me, because you've tried to bring it to the company and they just blew you off. And the sad thing is that with the whole movement of the industry into this brand ambassador kind of contract kind of deal, these lines are so blurred because some people are paid by the companies. They are ambassadors through them. They're in a contract. They're making some sort of money. They have rules. Maybe they deal with some customer service issues, but that's not me. I buy the majority of this stuff out of my own pocket. I have had stuff sent to me, but I always tell you guys when it is sent to me for free, I'm not signed by any brand. I'm not in any sort of contract. So I don't work for these companies. Even Hanvey, who I deal with a lot, they're right down the road from me. I don't work for them. I don't have any privileges that you guys don't have. Like, we are on the same playing field. Like, yes, they know who I am, but they would know who you were if you bought a van from them too. I'm telling you, I'm not that special. Like, I love making these videos for you guys, but it doesn't make me any more of an employee of these brands than like you guys are as consumers, because that's all I am, as a consumer that's buying things and telling you about them. So again, I have seen issues with this company time and time again with some of their products and with their customer service. So before I even talk about the comb, before I can even get there, I feel like I have to address these things, because otherwise I feel like it's something I'm going to hear about, and I don't want you guys going into something and not like realizing that you could potentially have an issue. So getting into the actual comb. The price point of the comb is actually fair. Some of Zolita and Jersey Pet's things, well, maybe, I'm a little confused, like why some's Zolita and some is Jersey Pet. I guess I'd need somebody to explain that to me. But I think as far as combs go, that this is reasonably priced. Utsumi has some combs that are in like the $80 to $100 range. This comb is $30. There are actually two of them. There is the Jersey Pet Pro and the Jersey Pet XL combs. The Jersey Pet Pro comb is more fine tooth. This is like my go-to, especially since I do mainly small dogs. This comb, I would say, I use on every single haircut dog. Then there is the XL comb. Its teeth are a little bit further apart. I actually bent mine and broke it, so I need to order a new one, and I just keep forgetting to do that, to be honest with you. So I would use that more on like my bigger dogs and, you know, bigger areas. Like maybe if I was working on like the body or something like that, then I'd be more likely to use it somewhere like that. But I like the other one because it's a little more fine tooth, and I really prefer that for finishing. While we're on that subject, this is a finishing comb. I have talked about that, like about this comb before, but I don't know if I've ever really made a point to say that this is a finishing comb, meaning that you should have every single tangle out of the dog before you go in with this comb. Like your other combs should be going through like butter before you go in with this comb. This is not a comb to demat with. One, it could bend your teeth, and two, you'll notice right away your dog is going to be snapping at that comb because it hurts when you pull through with a comb like that. So that's why I also use like the Greyhound combs and the Ashley Craigs and the Bowie combs and like the ones that are coated. Those are better for the actual dematting and getting out like undercoat and stuff, and then these are more for like that final finish when you just want to make sure you get every single hair combed so that you can really get that haircut perfect. That's when you want to go in with a comb like this. If you have any like little hairpin tangles that you can't get with your other combs, this will like pull those out a little bit easier, but again, it's not the best for dematting, so get out everything you can and maybe like the last little bit go in with these. Another thing to keep in mind is with the metal teeth, like they are kind of sharp on the end, so just be aware of the angles and how hard you are combing with these, because you can definitely catch moles with them. You can definitely scratch their skin with them if you are being too rough. And you could also bend your teeth, which you don't really want to do. This is a comb to like handle very gently with care. It's just like the most delicate little comb, you know? So just be gentle with it. Don't abuse it. Treat it like you would one of your $80 to $100 combs, because they are fragile and you could definitely mess up your comb if you're being too rough on it, and you could hurt the dog. So I think that this comb is really nice. It's one that I do keep in my collection, and even despite Jersey Pet / Zolita's customer service issues, it's one that I would buy again. And as far as like their customer service, I have not personally had, I think I ordered both of the combs online and they both came to me in plenty of time and all that. And I want to say I ordered the thinners online too. And I never had any issues with like things getting to me or anything like that. It's more so like them responding rudely when people are having problems. And I just thought it was really bizarre that they didn't send out that adjuster key. I've talked about it before, and I'm sure I'll talk about it again. It's just weird. To me, it just felt like they were like trying to be fancy, but they didn't even really know what they were doing or like understand what they were doing, because it's like you can't make your shears like that and not send out the adjuster key. Like, hello. Just started selling shears, huh? Sorry. That was mean. That was too far. I'm sorry. That was too far. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, give this comb a try. Or if you want, you know, if you don't want to buy the Jersey Pet one, if you see one that looks like this, then definitely grab it. But I have never seen another one that looks like this. And I even talked to Gemma. They were talking about like different things they might try to make down the road. And I was like, you should try to make a comb like this. And they're just like, eh. Like, I don't know. I feel like you don't get it unless you, like, use it. But it really is a good comb. So, I love them. I really wish that they could work on their customer service. It's hard, man. Like, I don't know. Because, like, I know they probably deal with, like, people being, like, ridiculous, too. Like, I've definitely seen that side of it as well, that the customer's not always right. But when they are right, then you need to be making sure you're handling it correctly. So, that's my 2 cents. Sorry I had to like throw a rant in there. I hope I don't have to do this every video, because this is 2 weeks in a row that I had to be like, yeah, here's my rant about the company. But even I did the Botanica review a couple weeks ago, and now I'm hearing that people are having issues with Pet Store Direct. And it's just frustrating to me, because I'm like, first of all, like, where are we supposed to even shop? Like, honestly, like, Love Groomers has problems, Pet Store Direct has problems. What was that one? Pet Edge? Was that the one that used to have, like, all the problems? They just, like, you charge you, and then, like, months later, they just give you a refund and never send you your shit. You remember that? So anyway, these companies, it makes it really hard to do these reviews sometimes, because, like, I'm sending you guys to these places, and some of these places just are not there with their customer service, and I don't want you to be spending your money and not be satisfied. So it makes it really challenging for me. So I hope companies start seeing these videos and hopefully see where I'm coming from. Like, I'm not just like trying to attack you for no reason. It's that I actually give a shit about the people that watch me, and that they're spending money on things that I tell them to buy. Like, you know, Humvee is a perfect example. That's a $100,000 vehicle. Like, I want to know before I tell people to go out and spend $100,000 that they're going to be taken care of. And I feel like I can trust that with Humvee. And that's why I recommend them. And same with Gem. Like, I think they give out a quality product. Same with Hydra. They give out a quality product. Their customer service is good. But when there are companies like Love Groomers and I guess Pet Store Direct now and, Zolita and, you know, whatever companies people are having issues with, it makes it really hard to do these videos because it's like something like this that I love the product, but it's like a gamble. Like, I'm like, well, I hope that anybody that buys it from my recommendation, I hope they have a good experience and they're not one of the ones that have a bad experience, you know? So anyway, like I said, I'd like to see the companies in the grooming industry just handling things a little bit nicer with their customers. So anyway, it is what it is. I don't work for these companies. Again, I don't work for Zolita or their shipping or their customer service or whatever. So if you have issues with them, you're just going to have to take it up with them because I can't do anything for you. I'm so sorry. But that being said, please let me know if you're having issues so that way I know not to recommend these companies. It's really a catch-22. You see my problem I'm having? Anyway, I've babbled on like way too long. I think I only spent like a minute on the comb. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this rant of all rants, and I will see you in a later video.